Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for watching. I wanted to make a video today about the controversial change to the Bassmaster Opens. It's something that I feel like everybody is upset about that wanted to make the elites. Probably anybody in the elites might not be so upset about it. But the change is that you have to fish all 9 of the Bassmaster Opens to make it into the Elite Series, which previously you could fish one of the 3 divisions. You could fish, 3 tournaments and make the Elite Series. So if you finished in the top, then, your average Joe fisherman can go on to the Elite Series and make a career of it. This year, or not this year, the coming year, you'll have to fish all 9, which is impossible for an average Joe guy to jump into. You're talking about 9 entry fees along with 9 tournaments that he has to make work, which is, you're talking some people that's like half your income for the year, which is, it's a lot of money and a lot of time off, which you can't hardly make that much money or hold down a job when you're taking that much time off. So pretty much everybody's heard that we killed it for the working man. It's over for the working man, which is pretty true. I'm right with everybody that I am not happy about it because I went from planning on fishing the Opens again next year. I'm fishing 6 of them this year, and I'm probably not going to fish them next year. The reason I didn't fish all 9 this year is because I just legitimately couldn't make it happen. It was too much time off. I'm a travel nurse. I can get a lot of time off and work in a lot of tournaments. I could work in 6, so that was what I did. And also I could afford 6. I don't think I could have afforded 9 even if I really wanted to. But, or at least afforded 9 and continue doing other things. So next year it's probably not going to happen for me. I unless I win one of these last couple tournaments, I'm just not going to be able to fish all 9 next year. So I'm going to get to my point with all this, that everybody, like I agree, said that it's over for the working man. But I guess I'm not so shocked about it, and I'm not, I'm just not surprised. I feel like everybody is like almost blaming it on Bassmaster, that they, they're saying Bass ruined it for the working man. And I don't think that's the case. So since I ever started fishing these bigger tournaments and stuff, you know what you always hear? You hear, grow the sport. Grow the sport. We got to grow the sport. Grow the sport, which you should. You should try to grow the sport, because the bigger the sport gets, the better it is to be a professional, the more sponsors, all this stuff. Grow the sport. So, now we have college fishing, we have high school fishing. College fishing is bigger than ever, high school fishing is bigger than ever. I think we grew it so much that the working man doesn't have a chance anymore. You look at any other professional sport, if you're going to be a professional, you can't just walk into the NFL. Not saying fishing is on the even tiers of like that, but you get what I'm saying. You can't just walk into the Elite Series anymore. We grew it finally to the point that it's not the working man sport anymore. It's and what I mean by that is that now, just like anything else, I don't think if in 10 years I would not be surprised if you don't make it into a good college or something to be recruited into this, that maybe in 10 to 15 years you might just not have a chance anymore. It might not be a thing that at 28, 30 years old, 40 years old even, you can go, I want to be a professional fisherman. People might laugh at you and go, well, how are you going to do it? It's like if you're 40 and you want to go play MLB, then people would laugh at you. It's just not going to happen. And I think eventually fishing's going to be that way. You're gonna have these guys that think it's the old way where they can just walk on to the Elite Series. You can't really walk on, but you can qualify at a late age, and it's getting more and more where you're getting these guys coming out of college hot, just right into it. Like Cody Huff, Cole Floyd, guys like that are at the top of the game, that just they're college guys. It's getting there, and I think that more so we didn't ruin it for the working man, but we just grew the sport to where the working man isn't competing in it anymore, or what won't be competing anymore. We're still competing in it, but it's going to be hard to qualify for the Elite Series when you have to, sacrifice maybe your job and your life savings to try one time. So, anyway, that's my perspective on the whole thing. I can say that next year, unless I win one of these last 3 Opens, I'm probably not going to be fishing the Opens next year because whole point's to make the Elites, and I ain't fishing all 9. And I don't think that most guys like me are going to be able to fish all 9. So we'll see what the numbers say. I don't think that they're going to fish a full field next year. I don't think there's 225 guys that can do that. There might be. I think there's going to be close to at least 150. So, I mean, we're not far from there already. I do think that there will be 150 plus maybe. That might be far-fetched, but I think that will be the size of the field of guys that are competing to make the Elites next year. Which, for the guys that can do it, your chances are pretty good at that of making the Elites, so it's kind of an incentive to try to jump in and fish all 9, because you're not fishing for the top 3 in 3 divisions, you're fishing for the top 9 of all 9, and with a smaller field possibly. So I don't know, that's my thoughts on it. Tell me what you think in the comments, what you think maybe the future of fishing is going to be. Maybe I've got it all wrong, but I think we might have grown the sport a little too much for the working man. But thanks for watching the video, guys. See you on the next one.